Yeah, and you talk about the new worlds. Can you perceive it as the 5D worlds?
I think the 5D worlds are not very, very new. They have new imprints, but they don't have. They have the new light incoming, but they have the old. They kind of have the old patterns. I think there are some distinctions in terms of the new world. To me, the new world is when it is your inner world. It's when you configure your DNA to light DNA, and your crystalline light essence reflects the expansion that cosmos does, because you internally are all knowing, but you know also that you keep expanding. And I'm not sure that the 5D world comprehends the Garden of Eden resonance. It is only 5D. There is
Yeah, I think
60,
it's
there's
just,
70,
yeah, exactly. There's so
there's
the new world for
12D.
you is the completion of the all the D's together, or
Well,
not?
someone asked me how many it was in I was doing a webinar last week, and I was doing my book Q&A webinar. And one of the participants in the webinar, Eliza, she also participates in the Venus Light, on the second module of the Venus Light. She asked how many dimensions are there? And it was a very interesting question, because at that very moment I was tuning in, and I was seeing that even, cosmos, if you would consider it as spherical, in that sphere there are three major bands, and those bands are subdivided into each two segments. So there are kind of 6 segments, right? And so each segment, you could reflect that it's an area of cosmos where you have also the cosmic tree with its branches, where there's a lot of consciousness yet, but also dark matter. And dark matter is what is still unknown, what cosmos as a light being herself hasn't brought to the light yet. She's still doing that, like cosmic seasons. Every cosmic seasons, we have seasons on Earth, but cosmos has that too. There are seasons of spring where it starts to bloom, a summer where it's fully expanded, and fall where the old falls, and the winter when there is a moment of peace and rest. So the cosmic tree of cosmos needs to fully bloom so that cosmos has expanded all her consciousness, and that's the dark matter that is there. So to come back to your question about how many dimensions are there, whenever there are new dimensions that are unfolded, because cosmos keeps unfolding her evolutionary flux, every little dimension that is created has a fractal of new dimensions within it. So if there is a dimensional structure, then again, in that dimensional structure, in each aspect of that dimensional structure, are new spirals, fractals of other dimensions. So I can't even say how many. It is definitely finite, but there are, for me, not countable amounts of dimensions. They are finite, but they're just fractals.
Yes, but
So
it looks like they
So
keep on
imagine
growing.
how getting lost in all that when you're trying to cleanse and heal. I stopped at a certain point. I stopped it because I knew I was wasting my time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry I interrupted you. Tell me.
No, because you said they're finite. If you ask the question in this moment, yes, they're finite, but they keep on growing. But so actually, they're infinite.
No, they're not infinite, because cosmos is her initial original imprint is set. There are so many dimensions. That's set. But the number of dimensions is so high that I don't know if there is a number that we know that we have formulated on an earthly plane that can correspond with that. But it's finite because her initial imprint is set. So she can't keep expanding. At a certain moment, the expansion is done. She's completed. And then she unfolds, and her wisdom codes, she releases them and she moves on in other fields of existence.
Yes.
And
So the expanding and unfolding doesn't create new dimensions. It's the new dimensions, or the dimensions itself that expands and unfolds, but it doesn't
no, the
create new
expansion,
dimensions.
the cosmos that wants to expand creates dimensions. And so those dimensions that are created, they recreate themselves to deepen the manifestation of cosmos. This means, and I see that also in the work that I do with people, you align to a certain divine frequency, then you have that, you embody that, but from that foundation, there are new divine frequencies that starts to unfold because we, as being a microcosmos, we also, in a very, very expanded and thorough way, bring in our light. We crystallize our soul light, and we crystallize in a very deep way all our soul potentials, which is the same thing that cosmos is doing, this infinite unfolding of potentiality or expansion is her divine potentials that she brings from the unseen dark matter into the seen. And that's what we need to do as well. So what you were saying, it kind of works together. If cosmos expands, yes, dimensions are created. If dimensions are created, yes, she's expanding. It's the same thing to me.
And is this the ultimate purpose, is to be complete?
I think that's the only thing that a soul has as a purpose. All the rest are deviations
as
that
a
just keep us
cosmos,
busy.
it's the purpose of the cosmos also then.
Yes.
She wants to be complete.
She wants
the
to
dark matter is also finite.
It's finite, and the dark matter are her unborn seeds that she is waiting to unlock.
And do you have an image what happens when she's finished, when everything is completed?
I do.
Is it boom again, like collapsing?
I saw the image many times because I received that image upon questions that I had regarding competition, hierarchy. And there is no competition between souls. It doesn't mean that if you're an advanced soul that you will leave earlier. This cosmos doesn't happen that way. Actually, we all leave this cosmos when cosmos is ready. When she has enlightened everything about her. And so if you and I are done earlier, we wait and we assist her in her expansion on a cosmic soul level. That is what I'm seeing with people who are doing the Venus light. Their cosmic soul levels are very, very active now. They engage in roles in really harmonizing cosmic segments, harmonizing the cosmic heart, being in the membrane around, harmonizing there, so that she can move very, very smoothly in her process. And so there is no competition, there is no hierarchy. For those societies that live in hierarchy, that is not a cosmic law, because there is no hierarchy. We need to wait for each other. And if we just share all information very rapidly, then we would more like a field expand. But that's not the case at the moment because we are managing it. You know, the humanity manages everything, keeps everything very tightly hierarchical so that things don't flow. And so we cannot go into this boom of consciousness. And that's such a shame. It's a limited sense of consciousness on earth, basically, to not share. And to come to the image that you asked, what I felt was that cosmos is an energy field, right? But it has a membrane. And the sacred geometry of the membrane and how I perceived it might be metaphorical, but it's like a herringbone structure. And when everything in cosmos, when she finds her one vibration that she needs, that carries all her wisdom codes, then those latches of these herringbones, they kind of fall open and her soul departs. And we, as a flock of souls, of golden light souls, we depart as well. We leave this area and we move into the other consciousness of other cosmoses and source field, or even some even beyond. There are worlds beyond source field. So that is the image that I have of what happens when you or I cosmically ascend. We go and work together with cosmos and we insist on those levels. We do not go into lower vibrations of incarnated dense matter. So that means we stay on a very formless level of existence. And that's very nice. You know, if we gain that and we finish up this lifetime and we can be active only on those levels, and we are many souls being active only on those levels, then things might go very fast.
As a human being.
For existence here, yeah. And for you as a human being.